Hi, I'm Denise with Lighten Up Amputee. Just wanted to give an update of where I'm at with my treatment. I'm heading into week 14 and Infusion 14 on Tuesday. So my week looks like this for the past 14 or 13 weeks. And that is Tuesday mornings, I wake up at 5:45, head out the door. My son and I stop at Starbucks. I get to the Angelus Clinic. I give blood through my port right here. They hook up, it's like a 3-prong needle, but I put numbing cream on it before I leave the house. They hook me up, take my blood. I head in and talk to the doctor. The doctor looks at my blood work. If my white blood count is acceptable, which is what we're keeping an eye on, is that the white blood count doesn't go too low. If it goes too low, then they can't infuse me. That hasn't happened yet, although the white blood count has been a little low for the last 2 weeks. It is slowly going up, which is nice. People ask all the time, how do you get your white blood count to go back up? There's really no magic. It's time. Better nutrition, sleep, things like that are pretty much what helps, because it's basically connected to your immune system. When your immune system has been inundated, when you've been sick, when it's fighting a virus, or in this case, treatments that are meant to help your body spring into action, like the molecules they're sending to the tumors, sends my T cells into action, it can exhaust the immune system. So I've been sleeping a lot in the last 2 weeks. My steps, I usually try to walk at least 10,000 steps a day. And that's slowed down a little bit, but not bad. I'm still walking almost every day. And just a lot of fatigue. I've taken naps, and I don't generally take naps. I don't mind naps, but I've just felt like where I have to take a nap. And so they've been keeping an eye on my white blood count. They also asked me all side effects, because this is a research study. So they want to know everything from how I'm sleeping to how I'm eating. Do I have constipation? Do I have diarrhea? Do I have a rash? Like anything and everything they want to know, because they're documenting it all. I understand. And it's kind of cool being part of science and helping them figure out everything from dosage to side effects to, what is a therapeutic dose. It's interesting stuff, actually. It really is. I have such a respect now for research studies and for participants in research studies, especially since I am one now. Think of every single drug we take. Every drug we take has to go through research. And in fact, obviously, with the vaccination coming out for COVID, there were people that had to be subjected to the research, not knowing what it was going to do to them. And I'm sure you've read, I have, that some people had some adverse side effects. So anyway, you just never know. And it's kind of cool that I can help with science, and hopefully this can kill my cancer. On a side note, one thing that I've really learned in the last 3.5 years after being diagnosed with cancer and then losing my leg, I just have such a respect for my body that I did not have before. And anybody that I know that has been diagnosed with the major diagnosis of medical of any kind or an injury realizes how fragile our bodies are, but we take it for granted. I know before my diagnosis, I wasn't unhealthy, but I really pushed my body, and I did not listen to my body. I'm just going to be honest here. I didn't listen to my body enough. I pushed. If I didn't feel good, I had things I had to get done, I just told my body to suck it up and stop it. I just go do what I needed to do, take some Advil or Tylenol or something to just, get me through the day. And I just didn't really pay attention enough to how my body was feeling or how my body was kind of giving me signals. And that happens a lot, that people just, we all do it. We ignore symptoms, and then the symptoms and the signals get worse. And if you haven't seen it, watch the documentary Heal on Netflix. And it really talks about that, and especially stress, how that is one of the biggest things that causes health issues for us. But yeah, sleep. I was always sleep deprived. I will own that. And the moment I had kids, I absolutely catapulted into sleep deprivation. And it hasn't been until the last, maybe even in the last 6 months, that I have absolutely stepped it up with sleep. And I honor my body now. I honor it. I love my body. When my body says I'm tired, I don't care what I have to get done that day. I pretty much will make sure that that sleep will happen. I will take a nap. I will lay down on the couch. I've even sat in my car in parking lots and just turned the engine off and gotten a 20-minute nap if I needed it. If I'm tired, it's my body saying it needs to recharge. I also meditate. I also do holistic therapies that help me: acupuncture, Reiki, distance healing, chiropractic, you name it. I've thrown it all in there. I was holistic before this, but I kind of feel like, looking back, I was kind of putting Band-Aids on things because I still wasn't listening to some core issues like sleep. Nutrition, I was medium. I'm much better now. Quality time with friends and family, much, much better now. Leisure time, laughter. I don't know. In the last 3.5 years, it really, the diagnosis, the treatments, everything, it threw me into crisis, of course. I mean, it's a medical crisis. But when the dust settled, I really, really had to look at how I was treating my body. And I know the pandemic has done that for a lot of people too. The pandemic has really forced people to slow down and look at what's working in their lives and what's not working in their lives. Sleep, nutrition. Now, some would say that they're eating too much, and that's okay. It's a stress response. I can tell you that when I finished chemo in November 2017, I had my last round of chemo. And once my taste buds came back, I was a fiend with food. As you can tell, looking at previous videos, bread like from Cheesecake Factory, or desserts, treats. Everything tasted so good. I felt like I'd been on a desert island and I was starving. I wasn't starving, but stress will do that to us. So I can completely relate and understand why people are stress eating. Sometimes you have to go through that at first. But then things settle down and you realize, okay, I can't keep doing that. And so that's where I feel like I am now. 3.5 years later, the last 6 months, really, I've settled in. I'm so much better with my sleep. And I'm really just calmer. I think I'm the calmest I've been in 55 years, to be honest with you. So these are good things. And so that's my update. I just wanted to let you all know where I am at. And I really appreciate you tuning in. I sometimes think that I don't really have a lot to say and my life's a little boring, but it's not true. It may seem boring to me, but it might be interesting to you, I hope. And also, I'm not just an amputee or a woman with cancer or a mom. I am also a mental health professional and not able to really work a whole lot right now, just a little bit. And I want to give back more. So between that, I also teach feng shui and have done feng shui consulting and do leadership trainings. And I kind of feel like I need to do more of that. So I'm going to, in addition to being Lighten Up Amputee, I'm going to be Feng Shui Amputee, mental health amputee, relationship expert amputee, and leadership amputee. I don't know. I'm going to start adding some fun tips in there because I can absolutely tell you my mind is going all the time while I'm walking, while I'm meditating. After I calm my mind, then my mind starts, running back of all the things that I could share with you all and give tidbits and insights that could help you. So if I can do that, that would make my day. So thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.